Hey, welcome. Today we are diving into a skill that, let's be honest, is no longer optional for anyone in a leadership role, and that's adaptability. You know, in a world that's constantly throwing curveballs, the real question is, how do you lead with confidence when you have no idea what's coming next? Well, let's get into it.
So let me just ask you this, straight up. Think about your team, your industry, even just your daily to-do list. Is your leadership style really built for the constant disruption that's become our reality? It's a challenging question, I know, but it's one we've got to ask ourselves. And here's the thing, this is exactly why that question is so important. Uncertainty isn't some temporary phase we just have to muscle through. Nope, it's the new normal. It's the landscape we all work in now. The leaders who are going to come out on top are the ones who don't just put up with it, but actually learn how to navigate it and maybe even thrive in it. Okay, so if uncertainty is the problem, then adaptable leadership is the solution. But what does that even mean, really? Well, at its core, it's about making a huge shift in how you think. It's about moving away from a rigid, fixed mindset to one that's way more flexible.
Now, there's one word in this definition that I really want you to focus on: proactively. See, adaptability isn't just about reacting when things break. That's just crisis management. True adaptability is about looking ahead, being open to new ideas before you're forced to, and having that mental agility to pivot when the moment calls for it.
And when you see it laid out like this, the difference is just night and day, isn't it? On the left, you've got the fixed mindset that waits, that pushes back, that sees every disruption as a threat. But on the right, that flexible mindset. It anticipates, it welcomes new thinking, and it actually sees disruption as an opportunity. So just take a second and be honest with yourself. Which column do you find yourself in most of the time? All right, so getting the mindset right is step one. Huge step. But the real test, the real work of leadership, is turning that mindset into action. I mean, how do you actually guide your team through all that turbulence without everyone losing their minds? This is where we shift from theory to a real practical playbook for managing change. You know, guiding your team through the tough stuff really comes down to these three critical actions. First, you have to communicate and then over-communicate with total transparency. Why? Because when there's a lack of information, people will always fill in the blanks with the worst-case scenario. Second, you have to expect resistance. Change is uncomfortable, and just acknowledging that simple fact makes your team feel heard. And finally, you have to become the chief morale officer. Seriously, celebrate the small wins along the way. It keeps the energy up and keeps everyone focused on moving forward together.
Now, the fantastic news is you're not in this alone, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. There are so many proven tools and frameworks out there, from simple project plans to really established change models, and they're all designed to help you roll out these changes with a clear head and a solid strategy. The whole point of using these tools is to bring a little bit of order to the chaos, right? They're built to help you minimize the daily disruption for your team, make sure you don't lose sight of the big picture, and basically plan and execute the transition as smoothly as humanly possible. They give you structure right when everything else feels totally unstructured.
So, after all this hard work, you've shifted your mindset, you're guiding your team, you're using the right tools. What's the payoff? What do you actually get out of it? Well, this is the really exciting part. Because mastering this skill doesn't just make the company better, it fundamentally changes you as a leader, and it transforms your team.
And that payoff? It's built on these four pillars. First, you gain the genuine confidence to lead through anything. That confidence then gives your team the clarity they desperately need to do their jobs well. And together, you build a collective resilience to bounce back from any setback. And what's holding it all together? What's the foundation? Deep, unshakable trust. And that, my friends, is the ultimate currency of great leadership.
In the end, it really all boils down to this, doesn't it? The goal isn't just to manage change. It's to lead a real transformation, one that's built on a foundation of clarity, resilience, and trust. So, let's bring this all home and make it real. I want to leave you with one final thought. Just look at the week you have ahead of you. Think about one small challenge, a little project that needs to pivot or a new idea floating around. What is just one thing you can approach with a little more flexibility, a little more openness, a little more adaptable leadership starting today?